It's Monday, May the 2nd, 2016, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB Podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show where we talk about all the cool things in the world. If you didn't hear it here, that means it just wasn't cool. True. This week is pretty compact show.
Compact?
I would say so. I mean,
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
We're talking about things.
We're talking about things and then reviewing and looking at stuff. No major reviews, but we filled it out with tons of picks. Mm-hmm. So let's not stall for time. Let's jump into it. First up, Anthony, what's first up on the pick list?
First up on the pick list is that for a while now it's been known that the famous Batman comic, The Killing Joke, is getting its own animated film finally.
Yes.
It is also the first R-rated animated film for Batman. Mm-hmm. And they released their first trailer a while ago, or on the 27th. And so this trailer shows what's going on in the show. Like, if you read the comics, like, you know what's going on in this movie, but it's nice to see it in motion.
Yeah.
The animation looks super sick. And I believe they are premiering this at Comic-Con in July. San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, it's that far out?
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to premiere the movie.
I didn't realize it was that far out.
Yeah. For people who don't know, The Killing Joke is pretty much, it's like a backstory of the Joker. It is also the famous story where
how Batgirl becomes the Oracle.
Yeah, how Batgirl becomes the Oracle. It's a pretty gruesome comic book. It's not that long. Series. It's very short, but the amount of info and like this, it's pretty much. It's sometimes I've heard people regard to it as like the best Batman story. And like I have it. It's like the only Batman comic I own, and it's really good. So I kind of can't wait for the movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen it or read it?
I've read it a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Back in high school is when I read it. Yeah, it's really good. I prefer The Dark Knight Returns to it.
Oh, okay.
But The Dark Knight Returns. But I just like old Batman.
Old Batman's the best. He just doesn't give an F, man.
With this movie, I'm hopeful that because what DC Animated did with The Dark Knight Returns is they took that original comic book and they added a sort of air of lightness to it.
Okay.
That kind of just made it more not believable. I just found a more enjoyable experience overall. Okay. Like, it wasn't grimdark 100% all of the time.
Well, from the trailer, this looks grimdark.
Yeah, but the thing
110%.
But the thing about this is the comic book, the comic books always had that dirtier, darker, grittier feel.
Exactly.
Whereas these animated movies kind of have a, for as serious as they are, the DC films still look like cartoons to me, and I think that's what I will help give its balance. Yeah,
there's a couple scenes where like the Joker still looks really kind of messed up. Like he has in this series specifically, he has this really kind of like unsettling smile on his face. But overall, it still kind of looks cartoony. Yeah, like it wouldn't look out of place against other DC animated shows. So yeah, I'm hopeful. If you guys haven't read the story, maybe wait for the film. Yeah, and if you can't wait that long, like there's always copies in bookstores wherever you buy comics. I think one Arkham Knight, one of the DLC missions actually revolved around this. Oh, really? Where you played as Batgirl going to an amusement park. Oh, cool. Yeah. That sounds awesome. I can't remember if I played it. Oh, okay. I don't think I did. I guess you didn't because you can't remember it. Yeah. So. I remember, like, playing it, but then, yeah, okay, I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. What's next up? Next up... Oh, I thought we were switching. Okay, I'll go first. I'll switch. Since we're still talking about superheroes, you talk about superhero movie, I'm going to talk about superhero television series. Okay. A Netflix series. Daredevil 2 Season 2 happened. And my favorite part about Daredevil Season 2 was The Punisher. Yes, apparently The Punisher is really good in that season. The Punisher, unfortunately, for that series, he doesn't quite live up to the potential that you think he's going to be. Not because he's a bad character or anything, but the story isn't about him. Exactly. And I think I kind of got a little bait and switch on Daredevil for that. But I love John Barenthal, especially when he first showed up on The Walking Dead. I love him as the Punisher, and apparently so does everybody else, because he's getting a full-on Netflix series. Oh, wait, like full season.
Like full season.
Awesome.
I think like how they do the other ones, so 12 episodes, which is awesome. And apparently some of the other casts will show up in his show too.
Okay, yeah. Well, I feel like
what's
all the DC stuff on television, like Arrow and the Flash. Like, don't they all appear within each other and stuff?
Not necessarily.
Really?
The Flash and the Arrow appear together.
Oh, okay. Was that it?
That was it. I mean, the Flash appeared on Supergirl, but they did some pretty creative ways to do it because they're on different television networks.
Oh, okay.
And they treat different television networks as different multiverses.
Oh,
so Flash had to travel the multiverse to get to CBS.
That's clever.
To appear in her universe.
That's clever.
Yeah, it was a cute little thing, but yeah. But yeah, no, Punisher is happening, so get excited, everybody.
I'm gonna watch the hell out of that.
I hope you do.
I will. So my second pick, I don't believe I talked about it, or maybe I did. I can't remember. I almost said I can't forget. There was a guy who at an auction won a prototype Neo Geo arcade board.
Oh, board.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Arcade board. And on it was a game that doesn't exist. Like, no one knew what this game was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fighting game. There was a lot of stuff stored on temporary memory.
Yeah.
So that stuff was long gone, like fonts and sounds and like music and stuff. Mm-hmm. But after a while, a bunch of people did some work on the board. They re-input some font to bring back text, and they made a playable version of this game. And no one knows what it was, but they actually found the creator, Kengo Asai. He worked on other Neo Geo games like The Last Blade or Voltage Fighter Graukaiser.
Yeah.
Or Gaokaiser, sorry. And so it's like old, early 90s fighting games, like that kind of SNK era is pretty famous for that stuff.
Right.
And it turns out that this game was a game called Dark Seed. At first it was called Dark Seed, but there was another game called Dark Seed coming at the time, so they changed it to Dragon's Heaven.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And in this game, they were going to have a feature where a player could pursue lawful, neutral, or chaotic moral paths, depending on the decisions they made after the battle.
Okay.
And each bout was like 3 rounds, taking over different times of the day.
Yeah.
And it just seems like a really interesting game. When you look at it in motion, like people have captured gameplay and stuff.
Yeah.
It does still look like that kind of high quality 2D animation that SNK used to have, and like the Neo Geo used to have.
Yeah.
But it's cool that even in 2016, unfinished games are still being found on our weird arcade boards somewhere.
Yeah, it's cool.
I just thought it was an interesting find, or an interesting story if you're into like
video game
history,
trivia.
Yeah, trivia and history and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I really enjoyed it.
Neat. Next up on mine is guess what?
What?
For a while now, the Tomb Raider movie reboot has been happening. The rumors of it have been happening.
I just want to believe you, but
and they're official.
Are they? Oh my gosh!
And to make them official, they've cast the new Lara Croft.
Lara Croft!
Shut the fuck up. You shut your mouth. Who do you think it is?
Eva Mendes. I don't know.
No.
Is it the girl who voices her in the game?
Camilla Luddington?
Yeah.
I wish.
It's not?
No, it's not.
That
her.
seems like an obvious choice.
Yeah.
Scarjo.
No.
It's Scarjo?
No. She's Kusanagi. She's the major.
Yeah, so she can be both.
You're right. She could be both. Like, they could hire her for anything, but no, it's not.
I have no clue.
It's a fresh face, but not technically fresh. She's got a couple Oscars under her belt.
Fresh face? She only won a couple Oscars, you know.
She's relatively new to the biz, though. We'll say in the past couple of years. Okay? I recently watched a movie with her in it, and a movie I really fucking loved.
Was it the Deus Ex Machina?
Close enough. Ex Machina.
Oh, Ex Machina.
Yeah. It's Alicia Vikander?
Vikander?
I don't know how to pronounce her name properly. I hope I even got it right. But yeah, it's her. Definitely I don't know how I feel about this casting. I like it, but it's not your classic Lara Croft. And
okay.
It's definitely closer to the reboot of Tomb Raider of that Lara.
Oh, okay.
So she's definitely it seems like a choice that was way more grounded in reality. And in the press, they keep saying it's going to be a darker Tomb Raider anyway, and we need a much more relatable female. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Mm-hmm. I can't relate to females, but I mean, sure, I guess
I can try.
This is closer. So yeah, there's not really much else to say other than I'm hyped to see a new Tomb Raider. I'm assuming because they picked her, she's relatively young. They're going to start out with her career, like how it becomes. Because I think in the Angelina Jolie one, she's already.
I think she was already established.
Right, yeah. So this is going to be more like an origin story. I don't know if they're going to be connected to Angelina Jolie's movies, but...
I wonder if you're going to take any hints from the game. Like, is there going to be a line where she's in a tomb and she's like, oh, I hate tombs.
Of course they are. Of course. It's that cute shit that we all eat up. But yeah, no, so... I can't wait to see your movie. The person second running up was Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley?
From Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Would you have rather had an Uncharted movie instead of this Lara Croft movie? Like, I feel like the two are kind of interchangeable.
Because,
like, listen, you love Nathan Drake.
I do. But I also love the new Tomb Raider. And I still think the new Tomb Raiders are better than Uncharted 3.
Okay. Alright. That's fair enough.
Like, I prefer...
But have you seen that gameplay for Uncharted 4?
I have. I have now? Actually, I haven't seen a lot of it, but it does look...
Spider-Man.
It's pretty ballin'.
Spider-Man, and you got a Humvee.
Oh, yeah, you have that fucking... I would only prefer Uncharted if it was a confirmed casting for Nathan Fillion.
Oh, okay.
Alright, there we go.
That's fair.
But otherwise, I prefer seeing Lara Croft do her thing. Because we have Indiana Jones.
True.
Right? So...
How long can Indiana Jones last?
I don't know. There's another movie coming.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ford just signed another thing, so...
Dang. Well, he's not playing Han Solo anymore, I guess.
That you know of. That you know of.
Nah, he's dead. He fell in a pit.
You shut your mouth. We don't know that, okay? We don't know that.
We saw it in front of our...
We don't know that!
Okay.
God!
All
it's
right.
too soon. What's your next pick?
I want to do a quick aside. Speaking of Uncharted, yo, man... Britain's the best, or the UK's the best, because someone stole a shipment of Uncharted 4 copies out of a truck and is distributing them in the UK.
Yep, the UK proving once again that they are the coolest nation around.
They're stealing video games.
Yeah.
They're stealing games about stealing stuff.
Yep. I mean, how much more cooler can you get?
I like that. That was a fun story when I read that. I was like, what? No way.
The only way you can make it even more cool is if you found out the ringleader was the Queen.
Oh, that'd be the best.
Right, yeah.
She's like, I must play this game early.
But you're the Queen. You could have just requested it.
They said no to me.
Wow.
My final pick is Nintendo related.
Oh, Nintendo, our favorite video game company.
Yeah, so Nintendo, back in the day, they used to sell cards. They sold Hanafuda cards.
I heard these make board games.
Yeah, sometimes. And then they got into the video game biz. Skip forward a bunch of generations. Yo, remember the Nintendo NX?
No.
No, you don't? Right, because it's not out yet.
No, I don't.
Too far. I went too far in the timeline.
Okay.
So, the Nintendo NX had release date or release window has been revealed.
Oh, when?
I'm teasing you. I'm going to give you some backstory to this thing, and I'm not going to reveal it.
Oh, God.
It's like non-linear storytelling.
Oh, okay.
So, an investor report was pushed out by Nintendo.
My favorite friend.
Yeah, good old investor reports. Everybody loves reading investor reports. Yep. And in that investor report was the date. The date is March 2017.
Wow, my birthday?
Yeah.
Just for me?
Which is interesting because it's like super close to end of fiscal year for a business.
Yeah.
So I guess they just really want those earnings on this year's fiscal report, which hopefully they can do it.
I mean, every company has a reason why they want to have that kind of stuff. But yeah.
True. So the NX is slated for March 2017.
Yeah.
There wasn't any news about specifics about the system. There was some news that about E3 plans. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. So around E3, they're only planning on really focusing on Zelda.
Good for them.
And not much else. Also, only the Wii U version of Zelda.
Good. What do you mean, only the Wii U version?
Because they're making an NX version.
Oh, this is a Wii GameCube thing now?
Yeah, so apparently they've been making the new Zelda at the same time in tandem as the Wii U version. So this also kind of tells us that, hey, I'm pretty sure Zelda's not coming out till next year. And come on! I want to play my Wii U more.
Anthony, I have zero reason to buy a Wii U now.
FE Fates. FE Sharp.
I'm
Sharp FE.
100,000% sure the NX will play all Wii U games.
No! And then, what else is there? There's Xenoblade. Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I am 100,000% sure the NX will play all Wii U games.
That's the one thing I really hope Nintendo does, is that the NX will play. I actually put away my Wii.
Oh!
I do not have a Wii hooked up to my TV anymore.
But how are you going to play Smash?
I don't own Smash.
How are you going to play...
I don't like Smash.
Those great GameCube games.
I don't own any GameCube games.
Okay, we need to change that.
I own 0% GameCube games.
I need to get you F-Zero GX or something.
If you can, please. I would love to play that game.
Okay.
Or the Ultimate Muscle Wrestling game on the GameCube.
Yeah,
I've been trying to find that for a while.
All right.
But yeah, so that's the big news, man. Nintendo NX. Hopefully it's said that they're not going to talk about the NX at all at E3.
Why should they?
Because it's coming out next year, and maybe they should give us some hint on what it is.
Why?
Maybe.
What do they owe us?
Yeah, I guess. True. If you think about it like that, as a cold-hearted businessman.
Why? They don't have to say shit.
When's Tokyo Game Show?
September.
Maybe it'll be Tokyo Game Show. Maybe that's a Tokyo Game Show thing.
They don't go to Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, but they can release a direct around Tokyo Game Show.
They'll do it on Christmas.
Hey guys, remember all that money you just got?
Merry Christmas! This is what
Put down pre-orders for this system.
I'm gonna say December, the first Monday on December. They're gonna have a direct about the NX.
I'm gonna say Tokyo Game Show.
No. Why would they want to put their news out with Sony's big announcements?
Because their announcements are bigger.
No. It's just gonna get lost.
I guess. True. Nintendo doesn't care about anything. They release games on Fridays.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. But saying how they're only gonna talk about Zelda at E3.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
In what sense?
This year is the 30th anniversary of Zelda.
True. Forgot about that.
So...
Also, does that mean my Zelda Historia is now 5 years old?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I've had that book for a long time.
I thought it was 2012. Hold on. Why, is that 25 years?
Is that 25? Was that... Because I knew there was some sort of anniversary for that Historia.
Oh.
Because it came around Skyward Sword.
Oh, you know what it was? The Japanese version came out in 2011.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then we got ours a year later.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that because the Japanese version, that's where we first saw the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I hope this... When they said only Zelda will be shown at E3, in my mind, the first thing I thought was, alright, there's going to be a new 3DS Zelda.
That'd be cool.
I hope.
A link between dimensions?
I could.
That'd be weird.
What if it's like the multiverse link?
What? Where he can he goes through cracks, but he's here's Ocarina of Time. Nah, JK, crack it.
What if the game is he goes through all the different Zeldas?
That'd be cool. And it turns out this Link was the one who was guiding you the whole time.
Yeah.
He's the
you're the mentor in each game? Oh man. That's a deep shit.
Was it in not in Skyward Sword, in Twilight Princess when you meet the skeleton who's hinted at being
Twilight Princess
Ocarina of Time Link?
He teaches you all the moves?
Yeah.
That could be you.
I'm down with that. They released the timeline, might as well.
You know that's not gonna happen now.
Damn. Or they're well, these guys over here on this podcast guessed it. Scrap the project. Nintendogs 2, let's go.
I hope that's not it. I hope it's not there's a new Zelda mobile app!
Woo! Well, they're all about that mobile stuff now.
Yeah, so. Alright.
It's a Zelda Miitomo game.
You still playing that?
Yeah, off and on. Not as much. I got, for the first 30 days, if you log in every day, you get a bonus. And I did that. And now I don't get those bonuses anymore.
It's been out for 30 days?
Yeah.
Holy.
So I'm not logging in as much. Still answering questions. Still, I can't find anything to beat this sweet anime sweater I got. It's like pink with the anime girl's face on it. It's got like rainbows on the back. It's pretty awesome.
Nice. All right.
But yeah, man, Nintendo. They're doing
Nintendo happening.
They're making moves.
Yeah, E3, Zelda, NX, my birthday. Cool. Sounds great.
Did you want to do... Let's talk about podcast plans on the podcast.
What?
Did you want to do E3 conference stuff again this year?
Okay.
Did you just think we were going to do that anyways?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I didn't know if we were doing it or not.
Okay. Awesome. My last pick. I talked about Nathan Fillion earlier. Mm-hmm. My favorite, my hero.
Oh, he's okay.
He's not down with us right now.
He's aight.
But for years, it has been rumored that he has links to, Joss Whedon and I forget his name, but the guy who did Guardians, heavily linked that he would have bit roles or cameos in a Marvel movie.
Okay.
Or even a full role. Mm-hmm. The closest we got was a true cameo where no one even knew it was him.
Which one is that?
The big blue guy in the jail of Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Where he puts on a voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was watching The Force Awakens again. Mm-hmm. You know that scene with Daniel Craig in the suit?
Yeah.
Now that I know it's him, you can hear his voice.
Oh, can you? Okay.
You can tell it's him. You're like, oh shit, that is Bond. Yeah, but anyways, that's besides the point. So yes, Nathan Fillion officially has a role now.
Okay.
He is, I forget his name, Simon Williams.
Simon Williams. That's a very plain name.
So when I first heard that, I was like, who the fuck is Simon Williams? And then I read up his alter ego. He is Wonder Man. Whoa. Wonder Man is like, think just any regular superhero powers. Okay. But his thing is, he tries to have a real life as a real life movie star. Like that's awesome. That's his actual shtick.
That's super cool.
It has been hinted at. I think some people on Reddit found it. Mm-hmm. Basically, there's posters in the background of certain I think on-set Guardians footage or something. Okay, and it's basically just hints at Wonder Man, like an in-universe movies happening.
Oh, here's like a movie poster in the background.
Yes,
okay.
And it's Nathan Fillion's like profile face.
That's cool.
Yeah. So no one knows if he's actually going to be in the film, but it kind of cements his role. Whether or not this means that he'll be available or he'll be eventually continuing on to do more movies other than this, all up in the air. But right now, at least we know he's officially part of the universe.
I wonder if it's going to be a thing where it's like Chris Pratt sees Wonder Man. Whoa, we gotta go, and everyone else is like, who? What are you talking about?
That's true. That could be good.
That'd be a good gag.
Yeah, it would be. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy. I've always wanted to. I just want to see him on the big screen. You know, that's all.
Tired on small screen.
Yeah.
Did he leave Castle or something?
No. So Castle's his show.
Yeah.
You know, Tix was with him and his cop, like their partners. The partner left.
Oh.
So it's like when X-Files had that thing, right? When one of them leaves and it's like, what the fuck's the point?
We need both.
Yeah, so I was disappointed. I'm like, you should just leave the show too. Just kill yourself. But yeah, those are our picks. Mm-hmm. A lot of picks. Let's go into our weeks.
Well, you want me to start?
No, mine's shorter, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Played more Bravely Second.
Yes.
Really enjoyed Bravely Second. I'm about 20 hours in.
Damn.
I like it a lot. Like a lot. But even though I knew this was a sequel, in my mind, I kept thinking of it as a Final Fantasy type sequel. Oh, okay. In that, like, Final Fantasies have nothing to do with one another.
Except for when it says X, when it's
dash something.
Dash
so
3.
I just naturally assumed Bravely Second was same type of game, completely different scenario.
Yeah.
But this is definitely more like Final Fantasy IV, the after years.
Okay.
And while it's cool to see all the different characters 2 years from now, I thought that was cool too. They released a game, like in-game, or in the universe, there's a 2-year time skip, and these games were released 2 years apart.
Exactly.
So I thought that was cool.
It kind of plays into the meta-narrative of that game.
Yeah, which was really neat. But so far, like I've just been traveling to the same places I saw in default. Okay. And like, not much has changed. So I just feel like it's a lot of reused assets and stuff, and it's just like a lot of been here, done that.
From what I've been hearing, like Like, I've tried to avoid spoilers on this game, but, like, from what I've been hearing, it's, like, it's after, like, the halfway point of that game
that it expands?
Where shit gets real. And,
so that's what I'm hoping for, yeah. Because right now I'm just like, I remember being here. I remember having the same conflicts.
Also I read the art book that came with our special editions?
Yeah.
And in it, there was a blurb by the creator, and he's like, oh, so you thought just because it was a sequel, we're going to reuse assets and stuff? No, I'm really happy that I got to make new assets for the game. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I've been to this desert before. Yeah. I've been here before. Yeah. So, like, there's got to be something different eventually.
Yeah. But I do like the actual, we'll say, meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
The classes are cool. Mm-hmm. The different ones. I got that one with the triple wield.
You put an axe on your head?
I have I think I have I'm pretty close to it with the job level 10.
Oh, okay.
Where you quad wield.
What?
Yeah, you put it on your body.
Awesome.
You lose your headgear and your armor gear.
Awesome.
And you have like 4 swords.
No, man, you gotta get all different weapons.
Oh yeah, then you have the proficiency thing. Yeah. But so that was cool. There's a lot of other neat ones like Catmancer.
Catmancer's cool. It's a blue mage.
Yeah, which is kind of tough to use because there's very specific things you need to learn for it. But so I haven't really done that. I'll probably go back do that later. Some of the classes, like, they have returning the astrocultures from the previous game. They come back.
Yeah.
And the cool thing with them is, I thought this was cool. They bring 2 of them together each time.
And their stories intertwine.
Yeah. And the way the narrative works is, you're only going to have the opportunity to fight one of them. But your opportunity to fight one of them is linked with, like, the narrative decision you take. So sometimes they might not align, and I found myself being like, well, I like this guy's story better, but I would rather have that class. And I think that kind of ruins it a bit, because it's like, well, now I'm not choosing the story approach I would actually choose. I'm just choosing the one, like...
But that's your choice.
It's like, I want the red mage.
You made it. Greed came over you.
Well, so that's the thing.
Oh, you want the red mage? What?
So...
Can we spoil that one?
Okay.
So, slight spoilers. I'll be as not as spoiler as I can be.
Yeah.
There is a class war, pretty much. It's the red mage and the thief. So in the situation, the story happens, and at the end, you have to pick one. Whoever you defeat, you get that asterisk. I picked the thief.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the thief asterisk.
What about? Did you care about the story?
I would have totally sided with that thief.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been like, no, I'm gonna get that red mage because I agree with the thief side better.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, no.
But you want the thief.
I want the thief real bad. Greed's coming over me, and I'll just say that it's for the greater good. I'm a bad person. Because I want to steal items from bosses, man. So, yeah, when it came down to it, I was like, okay, forget it. I'm here for the new classes. I don't care. So I made this decision. I'm like, when the old classes come to me, I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to go with the story decisions that I want. Because I'll focus on just the new classes. I took the thief. Ooh. Because I was just like, fuck it. I am not Superman. I'm totally Team Iron Man. I will sacrifice the one for the 1,000 I will save. It was like 10s or 20s. It was probably like 100 people I killed. Yeah, you probably killed like 100 people. Yeah, but and again, like, that plays into the weird darkness of that game. Yeah, that it touches upon. And you're like, whoa, no, wait, actually, my actions had repercussions. Yeah, so like a lot of the decisions deal with that. It's usually like, do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few? And I always choose the many. The many. Oh my gosh, I always choose the one that's like, I know people are gonna like shake their head at me, or they're gonna think I'm cruel, but it's for your own good. For me, in that kind of situation, it's always a choice of like, it's not as like, this decision saves one person, this decision saves 10 people. Yeah. It has to be a bigger gap than that. Oh. It has to be like, this decision saves one person, this position saves everyone. Like, literally everybody. Except for that one dude. Like, it has to depend on what kind of jump you're making to choose that many. Yeah, well, all the decisions deal like that, so just know when you're going through the game, I always pick the one that's considered the cruel option. Yeah. I chose the cruel option, but I chose it through greed. So I don't know if that makes you better than me. It makes me worse. Yeah. It makes me worse. You weren't thinking about anybody except yourself. I was like, I specifically need that thief class. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I'm progressing through it at a good pace. I haven't like just sat down and annihilated the game. So
Yeah, and like because it's on the 3DS, it's kind of hard to do that. Like the only reason we do that with Monster Hunter is because we're all playing at the same time.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's helping me not go through so fast is the building the village on the moon.
Yeah,
and you can only get 5 street passes a day.
Yeah,
unless you street pass it somebody. But and that's helping me pace myself.
I'm so glad that you can street pass with people on the internet. Get 5 passes a day from the internet because like no one I street pass is playing this game, and it's really sad.
Yeah, I went to a toy show today. I got I think like 30 or so passes. 2 of them were playing.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, everybody was playing Pokemon.
Shuffle?
No.
Oh, okay.
Whatever the most recent Pokemon is. Black, white,
X and Y, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby.
Yeah, right. There was a remake recently, right?
I think so. I think it was Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby.
Yeah, that's the one they were playing.
Okay.
Sure. Why not?
Sure, why not?
But yeah, that's my week.
Sweet. In my week, I've been playing some alpha demos, or an alpha demo, for a game called Nioh, Nioh. This was a game by Team Ninja that was announced, or revealed, launch of PS3.
This is by Team Ninja?
Yeah, sorry.
I thought it was...
Ninja... No, which one's the Ninja Gaiden team? That are Alive team. That's Team Ninja, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Team Ninja.
Yeah.
Because Ninja Theory is Heavenly Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Ninja Theory. It's Team Ninja. They've released a demo for their game Nioh, which was announced back in 2006. They put it on hold, and they're finally releasing the game.
2006?
Hey, I think it's been 2006, 2007. I think this game's been on hold for 10 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so they released an alpha demo. You can, as of this recording, you can play it for 4 more days until the May 5th. So if you haven't done it and you have a PS4, maybe
get on it.
Jump on it.
Jump on it.
If I want to be very... if I want to reduce it, if I want to compare it to something, I'm going to compare it to Dark Souls.
Okay, Dark Souls clone.
On its surface, it is a Dark Souls clone. It is a third-person character action game where you are in a situation where enemies are super hard and the game's super tough. There are hidden enemies behind corners, and there are certain things that are Dark Souls. Like when you die, you go to a shrine instead of a bonfire. But the thing I feel that sets Nioh apart is the actual, what you said is meat and potatoes, which is the gameplay of Nioh. So you still have equipment load, you still have different equipment types. But you do have a limited variety of different weapons. So you can get a sword, a spear, an axe, or a hammer, which kind of work the same.
A spear.
Yeah. Bow and arrow, and then some ninja stuff.
Thanks.
And you want to build shurikens and stuff like that. Ninjutsus.
Yeah.
So you want to build your character in the style that you like the most, obviously.
Makes sense.
Each weapon, spears are really good for dealing with crowds. Swords are really good for just it's overall good swords. They kind of
balanced.
Yeah, they're balanced, but they're not good at anything super proficiently.
Yeah.
And then heavy weapons like hammers and axes, they're really good for armored enemies.
Right.
And quickly draining their stamina.
Okay.
So first off with the weapons, each weapon has a high, low, and a middle stance, and also a sheath stance.
Sheath stance?
Yeah. So the sword's in your sheath, the axe is on your back.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
the spear's on your back. And so during gameplay, you would want to change your stance on the fly, which you can do, to gain access to different move sets for each weapon.
Okay.
So with your sword, or the general thing with every weapon, first off, is that the low stance is fast attacks. They don't hit super hard, but they don't take up as much stamina. And also you can dash like a mofo. You just slip and slide. You're very slippery in the stance. Middle stance is your base stance. Your kind of middle of the road stance. And high stance is all power. You attack super slow, but you attack for the most damage. Your heavy attacks in that stance are super flashy. But if you miss, you'll just get wrecked. And also your roll is a really heavy dodge roll. You just roll on the ground that takes up a lot of stamina. And then within each thing, you can gain skills that you can buy from leveling up. You get like samurai points. And
is that what they're called?
I think they're called samurai points.
Wow.
I think they're actually called samurai points.
Okay.
And you buy different skills in the skill tree that you can then go into your weapon combo list and customize your combos.
Wow.
So like if I have say I have 3 different triangle moves.
Yeah.
From X triangle will be one finisher. Square square triangle will be another finisher.
Okay.
And square 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 triangle will be a third finisher.
Oh my god.
So you can really customize the way you play this game, even though the weapon set seems limited. The depth that each weapon gives you is a lot greater than Dark Souls.
Sounds like you're going through a lot of menus.
There's some menus. I wouldn't say it's any worse than Dark Souls.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean it's better.
Because someone say Dark Souls menus aren't good.
Yeah.
So this one's...
So it doesn't mean that it's better, but I don't think it's more.
Okay.
What's the other cool things? It's very lore, really heavy Japanese lore focused. So you're facing humans, which are just like rogue samurai trying to. I don't know what the story is.
Okay.
You're just like this dude who looks like Geralt from The Witcher.
Oh.
I want to hear your immediate reactions. Like, just tweet at me on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
When you watch the opening cutscene.
Okay.
Because when he stands up from what he's doing, he just looks like the dude from The Witcher.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Am I playing from the dude from The Witcher? And so, yeah, it's almost like a fish out of water story, I guess.
Okay.
And so you're facing human characters, but you're also facing the yokai, the ghosts or the demons. And
whoa, like the yokai watch?
Yeah, like yokai watch.
Oh.
So you have certain...
this changes everything.
Yeah, so there's demons and stuff that are in this ghost realm that can come into the human realm and try and F you up and stuff.
Okay.
So there's some play between the spiritual realm and the human realm. And for you, the spiritual realms comes in the form of guardians you can get.
Guardian.
You can get an electric guardian, fire guardian, wind and water.
Yeah.
And heart, no. A heart guardian. But each of those, you can imbue your weapons. Like, as you're killing people, you gain spirit energy.
Right.
And that fills a meter near your life. Then you press triangle and circle together, and it imbues your weapon with whatever element that is. In this state, for a very limited amount of time, you're superpowered.
Yeah.
Your attacks have extra range, or you attack faster, and they also do element damage. But the thing is if you get hit once in this state, it ends the state.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So it's super, you want to save it for, really hard stuff.
It's like a limit break?
Kinda, yeah. And I've been playing it ever since I finished the next thing I was talking about. So 3 days now, it's kind of straight. It's really fun. I really like the in-depth, gameplay that goes super in-depth. Learning to switch your stances on the fly. It's okay, this guy's coming at me. I'm going to switch to low stance so that I'm going to bait an attack, quickly dodge back and forth, and then switch to high stance while he's vulnerable. It's super fun. You're really involved in the gameplay.
Sounds awfully complicated.
It is. From this, it took me a good, I want to say 2 hours, 3 hours to kind of get the gist of it.
Okay.
But I'm still not great at it.
Yeah. All right.
What was the last thing I was going to say? Okay, the one weird thing to get used to about this game. So in Dark Souls, when you lock onto a character, you're always facing that character. You're circle strafing and stuff.
My day, we called that Z targeting.
Z targeting. You remember Z targeting? You no Z targeting in this game.
What?
So you lock on to a dude, but you still free run. So if you run backwards, you turn your back to the enemy, and you're running away.
Does the camera stay on the enemy?
Yes. This camera still stays on the enemy.
But you... So what happens if you hit attack?
If you hit attack, you attack in the wrong direction.
He doesn't turn around?
No.
Oh my god!
So it's really you have to be on game. You can circle strafe only if you're guarding. So if you hold guard and you're walking around...
He turns around?
He turns with him, your circle strafe, but it's so slow.
Oh god.
Also, you can't attack from guard. So while you're holding guard, if you press attack, it does nothing. Unless you have a parry skill. And then parry is risk reward. So if you're not aware of your character positioning, getting hit in the back might as well be a critical hit. You take double damage.
Oh,
but
really?
It also for enemies as well.
Doesn't matter, man.
Yeah. It sucks. When it's like, oh, I made one mistake and I forgot to hold guard while I was walking backwards. And some dude just comes down with an axe in your back and like one-shots you. And you're like,
why does he have lock on then?
So you can keep track of the enemy, I guess.
This is so dumb.
It's easier for your attacks to connect when you're facing them. But if you're running backwards and you press attack, he doesn't just instant turn forward.
So what you're telling me is it's basically Monster Hunter.
Kinda, yeah. It's kind of the Monster Hunter.
Sounds like bullshit.
Oh, one more thing about this game. Stamina management is insanely important.
Okay.
So you have, every time you use an attack, even your enemies, you can actually see your enemy's stamina bar, which is cool.
Whoa!
Yeah, so your enemies have stamina bars. And when they attack, they lose stamina. If you get to the end of your stamina bar, and...
you just kaput?
You just stand there out of breath. And then people will wreck you. But if your enemies also do the same, they will also stand there out of breath. And you can like come in for like a kind of a cinematic attack, almost like a backstab.
Oh, okay.
The one mechanic in this game is called a key pulse. So think of it as active reload, but for your stamina. So
you can reload your stamina.
Kind of. So as you're attacking and stuff, you'll use a chunk, right? And at the end of your combo, you'll see like a swirl around you of like, think of it as red health, but red stamina. Mm-hmm. You've used a permanent amount, but there's a bunch of red health that you can recover. Okay. There is a bar that will recover that red health. Mm. And if you press the stance button before it reaches all the way to the end, you'll recover all that stamina instantly. But if you don't, you lose all of it. Oh. So there's a lot going on in this gameplay system. It's super fun, but you kind of got to invest a lot of time into doing it. Yeah. Yeah. There's also great, like, you know how there's bloodstains? Yeah. There's other people's bloodstains pretty much, but it's like a sword in the ground and you face their... But instead of a bloodstain seeing how they die, you face their avatar. Oh. And if you kill their avatar, you have the chance of getting one of their pieces of armor. Oh. So if you see a bloodstain they show you their equipment. If you see a bloodstain on the ground and they have like some dope helmet and you want that helmet, you can fight that dude for a chance at getting that helmet. Oh. But like those fights are so hard. Oh my god. This game's hard. But I'm just really enjoying it. I really want to play like the full game now. All right. The alpha
When's it come out?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. All
right.
That kind of but yeah, if you beat the DLC, you do get this thing called the Conqueror Seal. It's like an exclusive piece of DLC that you can use in the full game. Yeah. I don't know exactly what it does. But
you'll find out.
Yeah, I guess I'll find out. The other thing I've been doing in conjunction with each other, the other things I've been doing. So I've been building Gundam. Okay. Gunpla, as some kids would say.
I would call it Gundam.
Okay, sure.
Gundam plastic model.
Gundam
plastic model hobby.
Exactly. And I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Wow. Welcome to the party.
Woo! So, I watched 2 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Wow! And you thought I was crazy.
I thought you were bad.
Yeah.
So I watched 2 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine non-stop.
Wow.
I would wake up in the morning.
Oh, shit!
Feeling like P. Diddy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wash my mouth out with a bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
And I would build Gundam from morning to work. Yeah. Then after work, I'd come home, build Gundam, and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Wow. And that was my life for 3 days.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I built the high-grade RX-78 that we got from the Gundam Museum.
It's not even a high grade.
It's not even a high grade. It's just this little blocky thing. It's the simplest thing.
It's, I think technically it's a no grade.
It's a no grade? Is that a grade?
It's either no grade or first grade.
Okay, it's a no grade or a first grade. Super simple. It's like the easiest build I've ever done. Yeah. But, so, with that no grade, when we got it, we got to color our own boxes. Yeah. Right? And I colored mine like a preschooler got at it. Yeah. Everything was bright. There were fireworks in other places and stars. And so I attempted to paint that no grade like a toddler had barfed crayons on it.
I've noticed, yes.
And I think I did an okay job.
Okay.
Things I've learned when painting, maybe wear some gloves.
Wouldn't hurt.
I had paint like all over my hands.
I don't know how, but okay.
Because I would touch the pieces afterwards.
Why?
Because also the other lessons I've learned is just be patient. Paint one side, wait for it to dry, then turn it over. Yeah. So I would paint it, turn it over, paint the other side, and then wait for it to dry.
You're a fool.
But that was bad because the wet paint would get on, like I was doing it on cardboard.
Yeah.
Would get on the cardboard, and then when I pick it up, that underside is like underpainted because most of the paint's on the cardboard now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, now I gotta repaint that.
Yeah.
So this took a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
The paint, I didn't have a problem with putting it back together, at least on the no grade, because I thought the paint would add an extra layer where it would be too thick for me to snap my pieces back in.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that problem. I don't know if I would have that problem with actual grades or like high grades or master grades.
You might. It depends.
I guess maybe it depends on how thickly you lay on the paint. But yeah, that was my first attempt into getting into painting a Gundam, and it was fun. I like my barfed crayon RX-78 better than the regular.
I hope you have it proudly displayed somewhere.
I do. It's on my shelf.
Disgusting.
It's right beside my baby Yoshi's, Yarn Yoshi's.
Oh, I guess it fits in.
Yeah, true. It's still childish. And then the other one I built is the real grade red frame Astray.
Yes.
And that was an event. That took me 2.5 days to do that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I like, this is the first time I've ever built with cutters.
Oh yeah.
We have a Gundam that I built a long time ago. I told you guys the last time I built a Gundam, it was a master grade, and to cut stuff off the runners, I used a box cutter. So I would box cut everything and then try and file down the nubs. Didn't really work out that well.
Disgusting.
I wasn't that good.
Disgusting.
And so yeah, I used the shears are so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're insanely awesome.
Good.
I can only imagine how good the God hands are if we could find any. If we could have found any.
Yeah.
And the thing with the real grade that took the most time for me was applying the stickers.
Yeah, that's pretty much the longest part of a real grade.
The stickers are so small, and they have to go in such specific places. Like put it, like lift this guy's arm and put it under his arm, and then here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, this takes forever.
Yeah.
And I have the shakiest hands in the world, so it didn't help. I went from trying to apply it with my finger, and I was like, this is not working. Then I got a toothpick, and that still wasn't enough. So I just upgraded to tweezers. I bought some tweezers, and I started putting stickers on.
Okay.
There was still a couple that like I just couldn't get it centered no matter what I was doing. So like there's a couple, if you look really closely, some look off center, but overall I'm really happy with how I built it.
Yeah.
The question I have for you is, I have put on stickers. Is it too late to panel line?
No.
Okay.
It depends on your school of thought.
Okay.
Like some people will say panel line first, sticker next.
Okay.
Other people like to sticker first, panel line after.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look at real, let's take a look at an airplane.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, maybe an airplane's not really good. Okay, yeah. Think of a jet or an airplane, and you think about the logos they have on them, right? Yeah. And panel lines are supposed to look like gaps of panels, right? The gaps in between panels. Well, the thing about when you look at a real life vehicle is that the decals aren't connected.
Yeah.
Between the panels, there's a defined black line.
Okay.
So if you panel line before, the sticker will cover that line.
Oh.
And you'll lose the effect of the line. That's why some people say decals first, panel line second, so that you see the line on top of it. So it looks like there's a break.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Personally, I don't really care either way.
Oh, okay.
Like it depends on my mood or on my timing or if I just forget to do something. I don't really care.
Like in my head, as I'm visualizing it, I think I would like the sticker first, panel line after method.
Yeah. Yeah, the only problem with that is you got to make sure that either A, you cut the sticker, like you draw the seam on it.
I didn't think about that.
Or you wedge the sticker in that line so that the ink will flow through.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit more work. It works best if you have like water slides.
Okay. We were talking about those earlier.
Yeah, because water slides will adhere to the surface more.
Okay.
But yeah, it's up to you, honestly. Just do whatever you find easier.
Okay. So what happened was before I stickered it, I finished the build. I was like, I'm gonna try panel lining now. That didn't go well. I got so frustrated with panel lining. I was like, I'm done. I'm using stickers first. I can't deal. I'm really bad at panel lining. I've never done it before.
Yeah.
So I have 2 pens. I have 2 Gundam markers. One is a very super fine. It's just a marker. Like it's just a super fine.
It's
marker.
like a 1 mil.
Yeah, it's
0.1 mil. I don't know.
I don't know. It's the fine. I've never seen anything finer than this. And it's just a marker. You use it like you just draw on it.
Yep.
The other thing I have is more like a pen. Mm-hmm. And the cool thing I learned is that you have to like
you shake it first.
You shake it first, and then you like pop it.
It's called the slushing type.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I think sumire is what it is, but I can't remember.
Okay. So with those ones, you find like a line, you like a panel or whatever.
Yeah. And
you dab it, and it puts in too much ink.
Yeah.
And it flows through the line like a river, like water going through a river, pretty much. And those are really cool. My only problem is that on this real grade, these lines are so thin that when I dab it, the marker is actually too big for the lines, and it leaves like light ink around where I wanted it to be panelized.
That's normal.
It is normal. I'm just really bad at cleaning up those sides. So,
how do you clean it up?
So I have that Gundam pen. The eraser pen, which is the same slush type thing. And I try to do just a little bit with the pen.
Does it work?
It does, but because it's the slush type, as soon as I touch it, it kind of overflows, and sometimes the erasing ink gets into where I don't want it to be.
Interesting.
So I also tried to do it with Q-tips.
Yeah. What did you do with the Q-tip?
I took the Gundam pen and I dipped it on the Q-tip and I tried to erase it.
Yeah.
I have the shakiest hands.
Yeah.
I could not be a surgeon. So I would always like make a mistake, or like I brush too far, and then again, the ink dissipator gets into the line.
So after you put the eraser on the Q-tip, right?
Yeah.
Do you dry the Q-tip?
No.
Okay. And how long after you panel line do you wait to clean?
2 seconds.
Okay. So there's your problem. I wait for things to dry.
Oh, okay.
Like if I panel line something, like say I have 2 arms, right? I'll panel line the first one, I'll put it down, and then I'll get started on the second arm.
Oh, okay.
And then when I finish panel lining the second arm, I'll come back to the first.
Clean it up.
And then I'll clean it up. And I'll also, if my Q-tip, because I don't use that thing, I just use alcohol.
Oh, okay. I think that's what that pen is. I think the pen is just
it's just alcohol. Yeah, I dip mine in, but then I take a tissue and I try and get it as dry as possible.
Oh, okay.
And basically the drier the better, and then it's just a light sweep.
Okay.
And then it should clean it up.
These are hot pro tips.
Aren't they?
That I'm probably going to use.
Because I'm a gunpla meister.
You say that with like you just regret it. You regretted saying it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, now people are going to want more Gundam stuff on my YouTube channel.
Fuck.
Type V3 on YouTube, check it out. No,
I hope nobody finds that I just gave out tips here.
Oh no. All right. Oh, funny story.
Yeah.
So a while ago, I had a school project for social media.
Yeah.
And I asked you specifically, hey, can I use some of your Google Analytics?
Yeah.
And I blanked out your stuff.
Sure.
I pimped your channel in my classroom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I made a joke being like, the only way he would let me use this is if I pimped his channel.
Okay. Okay.
And so there was a bunch of people, like I said the channel and what it was.
Yeah.
I saw 2 people write it down. So I think you have 2 new viewers because of me. You're welcome.
Wait, what did you say it was about?
I said it was my friend Vince reviews toys.
Yeah.
And he also builds model kits.
Yeah.
On the channel.
Yeah.
So if you want like the hottest
latest
stuff on Gundam and the toy scene.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck.
And 2 guys wrote the channel down.
Oh no. All right.
That's pretty good.
All right.
But yeah, so that's been my Gundam adventure. It's really fun.
So you think you think you're pro enough now to tackle the big boy stuff?
I have a master grade left.
Yeah.
I have a master grade RX-78.
Yeah.
I'm gonna panel line. So I have a master grade here. I forget what this thing is. I have the box somewhere. I'm gonna panel line this master grade first. I'm gonna panel line the real grade next, and then once I feel satisfied with panel lining, because like I think my build is fine.
Yeah.
Like I sandpaper stuff down. I think my build is good.
Yeah.
As soon as I can get better at panel lining, then I'm gonna build that RX-78.
You're gonna build this one?
Yeah. RX-78 2 Gundam version 3.0 Gundam Front Edition.
I have that same one unbuilt.
Yep.
Meaning I think you're gonna have a build off.
Oh, no. No!
He challenged me off air.
I didn't. I said, hey, maybe we can build it at the same time.
I took that as a challenge!
It's not a challenge! We were buying movie tickets earlier today, and you said I win because you bought them first. It's not a race.
Life is a race.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Also, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's hilarious.
Is it not? Is it not?
My favorite character is Rosa.
Oh, yeah.
She's really fun.
Yeah.
Also, Nick Cannon's in that show.
He certainly is, and he has emotions.
Yeah, sometimes. I like Jake and his best friend.
Oh, Boyle?
Charles?
Yeah. Charles.
Oh my god.
I fucking love Holt.
Holt's good. Everyone in that show is a great
everybody's
character.
Great, actually.
Who's the secretary again? Gina?
Yeah.
There's an episode in season 3 where she's with Captain Holt and someone's like, who are you? It's like, oh, I'm Gina. I'm the physical embodiment of the number 100 emoji. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so good. Her, like, false confidence is the best.
Yeah.
I love everything about Gina. Her dance group was called Floorgasm.
Yep.
And then her second was the Dancy Reagans, like Nancy Reagan. What was the... Oh, she has a bunch of stuff.
She has some of the best lines.
Her last name is Linetti.
Yes.
So her reality TV show is going to be called Linetti Set Go.
Yeah.
I forgot what her perfume was going to be. Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how she's part of... Like, she's the only... Like, for as great as her character is, she's the one part of that show that just does not fit in.
Exactly,
like,
right? But the thing is like, I think that's her whole character, is that she's just there to make... Like, she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right? To her, this is just a stepping stone for her dance career.
But what gets me is, in the beginning, I don't understand why Holt keeps her.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That's the only thing I can't piece together.
Yeah.
Also, that reveal when you find out Holt's gay.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm gay. What? Really?
I thought it was obvious.
Did you get the hint of gay from him? Like the slow motion memory flashbacks?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The show's so good.
My favorite bit's still the Pontiac Bandit.
Pontiac Bandit's really good. I think my favorite is the Vulture.
Oh, him!
He just comes in, he's from, what is it, serious crimes, or he's like from the federal division.
Yeah.
He just comes in and steals like cases. He's like, yo, thanks for solving this for me. Peace.
Yeah.
Major crimes unit. That's it. Major crimes.
Yes.
So the Vulture, while I was doing my social media project, he is an actor in a series of Allstate commercials called Mayhem commercials.
Oh, okay.
And he plays different forms of mayhem, quote unquote, that could befall you if you don't have insurance.
I get what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah.
They are super funny. I recommend you guys find these Mayhem commercials.
Yeah.
And check them out. There's one where he is a teenage girl. She just got her learned driver's license.
Oh.
And the act he plays out is really good. There's another one where they prank a bunch of people, or a couple at a sports event. I don't want to spoil anymore.
All right.
I did not watch a bad episode of that show.
Yeah, Brooklyn. Yeah, I don't think there is one.
I've still not through season 3.
Yeah.
I have not watched a bad episode of the show. There is at least one joke in every single episode that has made me laugh deep from within me. Mm-hmm. And it usually involves Terry.
Oh, Terry. Him and his kids. And his wife.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, no, that show's great. Like, this is I don't know what could beat this for like a late to the party award for end of the year awards.
Yeah, for sure, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
just so good.
Yeah.
The show's great.
It is.
And that's been my week, man.
Awesome.
A lot of Gundam.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my god, I've watched 2 seasons.
Dude, we've been talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine collectively for like a month now.
I think even like back when Blaven was on the show, he talked about it a long time ago.
Oh yeah, he did. He was on it from the start.
Yeah, he was like, I watched the show in season 1. It's so funny, and we're like, okay.
We're like, great.
Like, we'll wait till there's 3 seasons.
Yeah, that does it for the show too. That's a good place to end it. We're about 1 hour in. This is we're on time. We're on schedule. Yeah, you guys want to get in touch with us, you know the places. tniab.letters@gmail.com. Comment on YouTube or whatnot.
Yeah, we have a couple comments on YouTube. I think it was New Generation Duelist talked about, I briefly mentioned the Hyper Neptunia Dimension series.
Oh, he thought that you were playing it.
No, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not playing it.
Nah.
I think...
Why you gotta do him like that?
I'm sorry, man. I just honestly think those games are bad.
Oh, dude! He was on your side!
I'm sorry!
No, Anthony's real jam is Omega Quintet.
Oh, yo, I'm telling you. It keeps going on sale on like digital. As soon as there's a physical sale, I'm there. I will report back with Omega Quintet news.
Wow. Omega Quintet.
If I want to make a JRPG dance pop crew to battle monsters with dance pop, I'll do it.
Okay. Omega Quintet it is.
It's coming.
That's scary.
I put 80 hours into Omega Quintet. This game's really good. Can't handle it.
Wow. And we still are doing the anime sideshow.
Yeah.
Where we talk about My Hero Academia and Kisniver. I think this week we're doing episode 4.
We are. Episode 4. You don't think we're doing episode 4. We are doing episode 4. So make sure to check that out if you're following along with our anime club. Mm-hmm.
But if not, then hey, we'll see you next week, guys.
That's cool, man.
No hard feelings.
I'm a little hurt. Except soft feelings, not hard feelings.
You know who's hurt?
Who?
New Generation Duelist.
He is hurt. I kind of crushed him.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, I would never do him like that.
I would. Stop trying to get people on your side. You're Team Iron Man. I'm Team Cap.
I just like throwing you under the bus.
You do.
Because it's fun.
You do.
Because that bus is rolling fast. And life is a race, and I outran it.
I've realized that the way we treat each other, as a, like, even with TJ, like our friendship, it's like partially built on mutual friendship, and then also partially based on throwing everyone under the bus when you can.
Well, yeah.
Right? But that has, like, leaked out into my everyday life.
Uh-oh.
And so I find myself, like, throwing people under the bus in everyday life.
Good. That's not
and
good.
I'm like, oh, wait, no, that was just straight mean.
Yes.
But somehow, some way, it always plays off as, Anthony, you're such a jokester. You're so funny. Oh, I just spilled a bunch of tea.
Oh, God. Oh, man, all over your crotch, too.
Did I do it? Did I pee my pants? No, it's still there.
Okay.
It's still good. It's still dry.
And on that bombshell, it's time to end.
Peace.
Bye-bye.